So, bringing down the disparities in between people of various classes to prevent the occurrence of epidemics, to provide the basic minimum standards and essential amenities, and to avoid looking at slums. जैसे अभी मैंने बोला था, कभी-कभी people consider slums to be very not pretty looking, or they consider it ugly and all of that. But जो slum के लोग हैं, they usually drive economies, okay? But they stay in very unhealthy and unsanitary conditions. So, like I said, कुछ professors of mine were actually talking about how epidemics के time पे, जैसे corona was the example at that time, so जैसे COVID pandemic could be मतलब made slums could be more resilient to pandemics and epidemics through implementing certain measures, okay, जैसे कि touchless toilets and all of that. So nowadays we have lifts that operates with the foot pump, right? Initially, that was not the common case. I've seen, I think, all of Chennai. So I'm basically working in Chennai. So I see a lot of all of the metros in Chennai, all of the common public areas in Chennai these days have actually started introducing the pedal to operate the lifts rather than just the buttons, which automatically, help in avoiding the touch, right? So slum clearance के दो common methods है. One is the alternate housing for dislocated people, where which is the complete removal method. Okay, so जो भी dislocated people है, you alternatively house them somewhere else. इसमें usually rehabilitation या resettlement होता है. And the other is the improvement or upgradation. Okay, इसमें क्या होता है? When you're improving a particular location, उनको कुछ और जगह पे transit camps में रहने के लिए arrangement कर लेते हो, and then you bring them back after your particular, removal or your upgradation is done. So we saw the costs of slums, we saw the characteristics and what slum means, the definition we saw it in the earlier two slides. Now, what are the kinds of, so when I'm saying improvement is the second method, what are the kinds of improvements that are usually done? Construction of open or covered drains, necessary repairs, opening or paving of courtyards, additional improved fixtures or fittings, bathing places, water taps, light points, provision of latrines, realignment of replotting of streets, removal of rubbish and debris, structural additions and alterations, and miscellaneous things, okay, that are uh, could be done because of anything. Okay. So the resources for slum clearance programs actually came in from a multiple set of sources. One is the distribution of national housing cess for rural and urban housing, granting interest-free loans with nominal rate of interest for 30 to 40 years, lottery funds, relaxation of the provision for loans by LIC, surcharge on urban properties. तो ये सारे avenues या revenue streams जो है government के लिए slum clearance programs को fuel कर रहे थे. Okay. The other scheme that had come in at that point was the open plot scheme. Okay, so available open plots जितने भी है, वो सारे उसको suitably subdivide करके allotted to slum dwellers. Okay, उसमें 20 to 25 square meters का limit रख रहे थे ताकि it will not attract the other groups. Imagine if you can get a plot at say subsidized rates within the city for let's say 30 to 70. You have LIG and MIG also that come in. Okay, so these are mostly for the EWS section. So EWS and lower section, which is why they were trying to limit the size so that baki jitne bhi hai, they don't come into this particular scheme. Okay, and then individual lessees can also be provided with the possible alternative design. So when I say lessee, automatically ये lease का arrangement है. Okay, तो long term lease पे ये plots को देके cancellation or re-entry conditions in case they break the contract, वो सब डाल के individual people who lease this place alternative designs भी उनके लिए दे देते हैं ताकि they have some edge over the other people. Okay, उनके लिए कुछ तो अलग से they can do. And then this is usually self-help, मतलब जो भी उनके घर they do it on their own or through local organizations, and जो local construction methods है, construction materials है, उनको utilize करके करते हैं ये open plot scheme में construction. Okay. Now,